lastly, the paraneoplastic syndromes that we see in lung cancer, such as the anti-HU and anti-SOX antibodies, these patients tend to have a better prognosis. They have sometimes devastating neurologic consequences, but may have a better prognosis long term, which is actually interesting, and I'll show some of this data later, that this is an antibody-mediated process that happens in these patients. So it may not all be T cells, there may be some B cell component and humoral component here as well. So this is what we're dealing with. This is a general overview of the tumor microenvironment, which is incredibly complex. So if you look on the right of this image, this is the normal lung, and if you look on the left, this is the tumor bed. And most of the immunologic activity is actually happening in that interface between the normal lung and the tumor bed. And this is where there's been these new structures called tertiary lymphoid structures that have kind of been identified. The primary lymphoid structures being spleen and so on, and secondary being the lymph nodes. But it's been noticed that at this interface between the lung and the tumor, there are these lymphoid structures that develop. And within this, there's an incredibly complex environment. So there's T cells, B cells, mature and immature dendritic cells, macrophages, NK cells, plasma cells. All of them are at this interface, speaking with one another and potentially with the tumor, such that there may or may not be a response that's happening there. So this is just immunohistochemistry that's showing the actual component.